Seriously? Hello my loves, it's Kim again. Thanks so much for joining me for another mukbang video. So in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we're gonna be eating something green because unfortunately I couldn't find anything Irish to eat. Today we're gonna talk about computer shopping. It is quite an experience and I'm really excited to tell you guys all about it. But before I do that, let's cue the intro. Right, people, I have an intro now. It's getting serious. I'm starting to kind of think maybe I might know what I'm doing. Probably not, but that's okay. Today we're eating Chef's Ramen. This is actually the Chef's Ramen special. It comes with a tonkotsu soba. Let me get it a little bit closer. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that there. Tonkotsu broth, I believe, is pork bone. I think that's correct. It also comes with 4-piece gyoza. So that is this yummy gyoza. I love gyoza so much. Gyoza is one of my favorite things to eat. What's your guys' favorite place for gyoza? I know one of my friends recently told me that his favorite place was at Gomate. So we'll definitely have to go to Gomate. It's been a while and try their gyoza because that's not really what they're known for, but give it a shot. Let's get into today's story. Today I went computer shopping. Computer shopping is tough, people, especially if you're like me. I'm definitely not a techie person, so I don't know a ton about computers and specs and what brands are good. I discovered that men and women shop very differently. I mean, I knew that to begin with, but I think especially for electronics, we shop very differently. But before we get into the story a little bit more, I'm really excited to try the food because I'm really hungry. So we'll start off by having a little bit of the tonkotsu soba. I got mine hot, but you can order it cold. Let's give this a little try. Very savory. Oh, whoops, I dropped a noodle. Oopsie. As you can see here, it also comes with this soft-boiled egg. Again, I don't want to like bring it to you guys just because I'm afraid I'm gonna drop it, but let me see. Oh, you know what? I got you. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it on this spoon here. Oh, okay. Okay, man, I'll lose my mind if I drop this thing. Okay, so here is the egg. I'm trying to get it. There you go. Okay, now you can kind of see it. So it's sort of a soft boil. There's it's still kind of a little bit gooey and gelatinous looking. There's sort of this top layer that's cooked, but then on the inside it's all kind of gooey, so I don't know if you can just kind of see that. But it's very salty, it's seasoned, so that's very tasty. We'll pick at that as we go. Also in the ramen is some wakame. So that's, just basically seaweed. So let me put that on the spoon so you can kind of see it there. Yep, very high in iron, so that's good for you if you're anemic. So let's get another bite. A lot of times with ramen, especially nowadays, ramen, it can get very complicated. There's like a lot of flavors going on, and this one is really just kind of like your standard ramen. Aside from the fact that it's sort of, a special broth, that tonkotsu broth, it's nothing too fancy or flashy. I think it would be perfect on a cold day. Definitely would be better to eat it at Chef's Ramen just because then, your noodles will be, not all clumpy like mine look. But I really don't want to make it seem like this is a bad experience. This is very tasty. I'm really enjoying it. Let's get another bite. And let's try the gyoza. I really love gyoza. Okay. These chopsticks are not my friend. They are very slippery. Oh, here, okay, here's what we'll do. I'll take a bite and then we'll look at the inside. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. How do I make it so you guys can see? Here you go. Okay, so that's the gyoza. Sorry, oh my gosh, ooh, that's scary. Okay, sorry, no more sharing food up close because I almost dropped it. But yeah, very tasty, mostly meat, so that's kind of good. Especially if you like, you know, heartier gyoza. Yeah, I really like this gyoza. This is really good. Yeah, sometimes when you get gyoza, they like burn the bottom, but these are not burnt. Hold the whole bowl up. See? As you can see, there's a nice brown on it. Definitely a little bit, you know, cooked enough, but not burnt. So that's really good. Okay. Oh, and of course, staying hydrated. So let's get some water. Let's get into the story. My friend and I, we go computer shopping. I wanted to stay with a PC, but I definitely needed a new computer because with all the video editing that I'm doing now, and then of course just the amount of memory that video takes, my computer's, it's ready to go. And my computer's pretty old already. I mean, I think it's about, I want to say it's maybe 6 years, 5 or 6 years old. It was definitely time, so I went shopping, brought my friend with me who is pretty knowledgeable in that kind of thing. So we walk in, computers everywhere, and I don't really know where to begin. So he starts off by sort of telling me like, okay, well, you know, if you're gonna be doing a lot of video editing, you really should be looking at things like your memory and processor, and maybe your graphics card even, just because, you know, the way you it'll look on your computer would be affected by your graphics card. So I'm like, okay, that all makes a lot of sense. I don't know what I'm looking for. You know, they have the little stickers, I mean, not stickers, but the labels that give you all the specs, but I don't know what that means. Like there's like a Intel Core i3, 5, 7. I'm gonna assume i7 is the best just because it's the highest number. But really, I really don't know. So my friend and I were sort of just floating around this place. He's looking at different things, I'm looking at different things. And I'm starting to notice that the way he and I are gauging which laptops I should buy, we're looking at different things. So he's like, here, Kim, come take a look at this one. So I go over to where he is, and he's like telling me all these things, and I'm listening, but I'm not really like processing what he's saying. So he's saying like, yeah, you know, it's got this, it's got that, and like the memory's really good, and you know, even if that's not enough memory, you can switch it out and add new memory. And the first thing I do is I pick it up. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I want to know how heavy it is. He's like, why does that matter? It's like, because if it's a laptop and I'm gonna carry it, I don't want it to be heavy. You know, so he's looking at the things that are probably important, right? Things like processing speed and memory and RAM and all these other computer words that hopefully I'm using correctly, but I really don't know if I am. And the first thing I do is I pick it up because I'm like, I'm the one who's gonna carry this. Can I lift it? I mean, are my guns finally gonna get a workout? I don't know. That's not what I'm looking for in a laptop. I'd really like a light laptop. He's like, okay, fine, we'll keep looking. So then, you know, we start to peruse and walk around and we look a little bit more. So let's get another couple of bites of soba. Let's bite into this egg. I'm excited about this egg. Just having a little bit of the yolk in the beginning was pretty tasty. Oh yeah, that egg is really delicious, guys. This is so good. And it's so green. It's festive. I really wish I had something Irish to eat, but this will do. This will do. This is so good for it. Okay. Ooh, let's have another gyoza. I'm signing off on these gyozas, people. This gyoza is good. And I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but I'm really happy that they didn't burn the bottom, because a lot of times when you go to places and you order gyoza, the bottom is burnt. I mean, I'll still eat it, but I don't like it burnt, so Whenever they don't burn, I'm like, yes, finally. So my friend and I, we had sort of a round one where we kind of didn't like meet up on something. So then there's round two. So he's kind of looking at things in one area. I'm sort of looking at things in another area. He's like, okay, Kim, come here. Try to check out this one. So again, he's reading off all the specs. It's got this memory, this processor. It's got a decent graphic card, da 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 da. And I'm looking at the laptop and I'm just like, why is there so much open space? And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, so on the keyboard area of the laptop, the keyboard is taking up less than half of the space, and then all the bottom half where the touchpad is, there's like all this space. And I'm like, what is that for? Like, why isn't the keyboard taking up like majority, or at least like at least half of that space? And then just, you know, the little space for like the touchpad in the middle, and then there's like, you know, space on the side. But there was more empty space than there was keyboard, and that was just bothering me. Like, I was like, what's the point of that design? He's like, seriously, I mean, does that matter? Like, does it bother you? I'm like, yeah, yes, it bothers me. I mean, I don't understand why there's so much empty keyboard space. Like, why didn't they just make the keyboard bigger? I feel like you could have made a bigger keyboard so that my fat fingers have an easier time typing. But now you've given me a lot of space for my wrist to rest on. I don't get it. So he's like, oh my gosh, Kim, I can't even believe that that's an issue for you. But okay, fine, whatever. So that one doesn't work out. So again, we're drifting off in our own area. And then so finally we reconnect again. And he's like, okay, how about this one? So we check out a third one. Let's get some more of this soba. I'm gonna try and keep this video not too long. So I have to be very cognizant to take as big bites as I can and also tell the story. You know, the timing of these things is really tough because, you know, I had intended to be like, tell story, eat, tell story, eat. But then I find that I like tell all the story and then I do all the eating, and it's not sort of like back and forth. So the moral of the story is I'm still working on it, guys. But thanks for tuning in and, you know, giving me your feedback and stuff. I really appreciate it. Yeah. This is great. This is so good. This bowl is too flat. Wait, let's get another bite of gyoza. This gyoza is just good. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's crunchy too. I don't know what that is. I feel like I should. It's like ginger. I mean, I know I taste ginger in the gyoza. I have a terrible palate. It's tasty though. I don't want to like undo my own credibility. I do eat a lot, and I know when food tastes good. I just don't know what the specific flavor is. But anyway. Okay, so round three. Round three was really when I finally picked the laptop that I wanted. It was a Dell laptop. That's about all I can tell you about it. It passed the pickup test, so I picked it up. It was nice and light, so something I could carry and not have to worry that it'd break my back. The keyboard took up majority of the space of that, you know, that bottom half of a laptop. I don't even know what it's called. And it had all the right specs. So it had the right processor and the right amount of memory. I'm ready to buy. Let's do this. I let the guy know I want to buy it, and they're sold out. Just typical. So it's kind of a bummer because I was really hoping to have a new laptop to be able to work on my video that I'm filming right now. But I don't, so we'll see how it goes. I'll just have to muscle through another week. The guy offered for me to order it and I could pick it up, but he said it was gonna probably be a couple of weeks. And so I thought, you know what, maybe I'll look at some other options. getting ramen broth all over my face. So after I discover that the laptop I want to buy, they don't have it, and I'd have to order it online, we decided to do one more look just to kind of see what they've got. I mean, I'm feeling really bummed because I really did want to walk out of that place with a new laptop, but because that was not about to happen, we're like, all right, let's just do one more round. So we do one more round. My friend takes me over to this section where there's gaming laptops. He is having a moment. He is so excited. I mean, he's like, look at the keyboard lights up. And that actually seemed like something that I would think a girl would be like, oh my gosh, pretty lights. But he was like, look, it's so cool. It lights up and you can change the colors. And so he was just like going off on the keyboard, and I was like, okay, dude, whatever. So I look at these laptops. First of all, they do not pass the weight test. They are heavy, okay? So one of the laptops, which is the one he was ultimately trying to convince me to buy, is so heavy that it's like, I actually didn't, I mean, it's not like, I'm exaggerating, of course, but it's heavy enough that like when I picked it up, I actually did like lean a little bit because I was not expecting it to be that heavy. So first of all, it's heavy. Secondly, it's called an HP Omen. It looks fancy. I mean, it's black and it's with like red letters and like you know, in the front of the laptop, like when you close it, and then there's like the symbol, so it's like this really like cool red. And then the corners of the laptop are like angled in like that, which I guess is this like new cool design thing, you know. So it's really like fancy, and so he's like, yeah, look, it's got all the right specs. It's actually even like $100 cheaper than the Dell one, and you know, the only thing is it doesn't have the right amount of memory. So we bring the guy over and we're like asking him about this laptop, and he was like, yeah, you know, there is another slot. So right now it has the 8 gigs, but you can add another memory card or whatever it's called, so that you have another 8 and then you'll have 16, which is what I wanted. I wanted the 16. So my friend is like totally jonesing for this thing, and he's like, yeah, you know, this is the one you should get. And then the sales guy's getting all excited too, and he was like, oh yeah, and you know, with this brand, it's like really easy. You can really easily add in the cards. Then he closes the laptop and he's flipping it over and he's showing like, see, here are the screws, and it's really easy to take over. And all I'm hearing is, I gotta do something more with this thing. Like, I gotta add something onto it, or I gotta, you know, start unscrewing things, which I don't know about you guys, but definitely for me, I'm like, I kind of like it to just come ready. But I realize that for especially like a lot of techie people and people who know about computers, customization, that's like the jam. So, you know, they're getting all like excited and worked up. I'm just like, oh my God, this is so cute. They're like having a moment, and I'm like, it's heavy. I have to add something to it. Oh, and then the other thing was that, I'm blanking out. There was a third thing that was wrong with it. What the heck was it? Okay, well, you know what? Let's eat something, because I can't remember now, and maybe that's causing me to lose memory. Oh, I'm just like my laptop. Not enough memory. But it's so tasty. Oh my gosh. How could I forget? Okay. The thing that was the most wrong with it was that it was a gaming laptop. You tell me, people, if I'm in Starbucks, I'm sitting there, I'm working on something, and you see me with this HP Omen laptop, this very cool looking thing with the cut corners and the red letters and the light up keyboard, what are you gonna think of me, right? You're gonna be like, oh, how's this poser? Like, she probably doesn't even play games. And you would be correct, I do not. But yeah, so it's like, I didn't want to buy a gaming laptop and then be seen in public with it and have people think that I'm some kind of like person trying to pass myself off as a gamer, because I'm not. I don't know anything about video games or that kind of stuff. So that was like what was the most wrong with it. I mean, it didn't pass all the other things too though, right? Because it was a heavy laptop, and the design was like, it was just too cool for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm clearly not that kind of a cool person. I got my moments. I like to think I can hold my own, and I'm not the most uncool person, but I'm not that chick can walk up in a Starbucks with a gaming laptop kind of cool. I'm just not. At the end of the day, I ended up not getting a laptop, and it turns out I'm gonna need to probably do a little bit more research. They did have that Dell laptop that I wanted, but they had an open box, and that's all they had. But the unopened, like the brand new ones, they were sold out. I don't know, what's your guys' thoughts on that? About open box, because I don't trust, especially with electronics. It was really fun because that Dell laptop, I mean, I don't care about the brand. Like the laptop I have now is an Asus. How do you say that? I don't really know about like computer brands and stuff. So I don't know if the computer I have is good or it's not good or whatever, but it does the job. So I really like that Dell laptop that I was gonna buy. But I just didn't know about buying it open box. So here's my plan. Since I now have like taken a look at laptops and, you know, kind of see what's out there design wise and things like that, I'm forming a picture in my head of what my laptop will look like. And I think I'm gonna just go online and see what I can find. See if I can sort of build the laptop I want. And just, you know, have it sent to me. But the bummer about that is that, I mean, I won't have a laptop for another couple of weeks. So hopefully my laptop hangs in there. Because I think I'm finally getting into a rhythm with these videos. Finishing food faster. Which is good because as much as I love talking with you guys and eating in front of you, you're busy. I get it. You got other stuff to do. Thank you to everyone who watched my last video, which was like 35 minutes long. You guys are troopers. I really appreciate that. Hopefully this video won't be as long. I'm thinking not, since I'm already done eating, pretty much. Wow. My hand is actually sore from holding the chopsticks. I guess I'm like really gripping the chopsticks hard. That's kind of strange. It was a very interesting morning today, going computer shopping and realizing that I'm terrible at it. But it was kind of a good process, right? I mean, because I do kind of need to like sort of see what the options are and look at them and like touch it and pick it up and that kind of thing, just so that I get some sense of like what I'm getting. It was really good to go with a friend. I'm really grateful that he was able to come with me and help me with the shopping, because I think having those perspectives was really beneficial, you know, because he was thinking about things that I wasn't thinking about, and I was thinking about things that, you know, impacted my decision that he, you know, hadn't even considered. So I think it made for a better buying experience had I bought anything. Still a bummer that I didn't get to buy my laptop, but I'm looking forward to having one in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully that means that we won't have any more computer crashing scares. That was really good, guys. Thank you again so much for tuning in and watching another episode of Mukbang. I will see you folks in a week. Bye. Thank you for letting me be myself again.